begin at the 25-yard line. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Now he can exhale. His season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Play fake. Murray. Floats one there, incomplete. These two teams, Charles, Arizona and Washington, 2023, a new beginning for both. Of course, for the Cardinals, a new coach, Jonathan Gannon, coming over from Philadelphia, where he was the defensive coordinator on their run to the NFC title, and then new ownership here in Washington.
And that gives each franchise a chance to start fresh, to turn the page. And I'm looking at Washington. They could be sneaky good. Despite the fact they didn't make the playoffs last year and the other three teams in their division did, Washington finished 500 at 8-1. They could make a jump.
Murray looking to change the play here. Now the second-year man from Alabama is Brian Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. To throw is Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Murray keeps it himself. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Steps away to his left. And that is kind of lined up incomplete, so they tried to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10.
Hey, hold on.
Murray now to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage of what's going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are proceed.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Hollywood Marquise Brown, 77 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Brissett. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tossed. Incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Running right, here's Walker. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. In motion, the tight end. Powell tried to pick it up on 3rd. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
There's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And just not enough on the throw there. Got around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Murray going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Prater's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
They're down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Washington. Kenneth Walker, 41 yards. And the Commanders have retaken the lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Murray now on first down. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure is starting to close in. He's just got to throw this one away.
Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back back to Walker on first down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, Howell now. And that'll be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. On third down, here's Walker. Touchdown, Washington! Ken Walker, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead.
Out on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second down and a run by Robinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. It's complete to Robinson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
1st down, Murray. He's got Hamler on the out route. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Murray. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Now Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Walker with another carry. And Chris Barnes there on the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Walker. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This time they'll throw it with Howell. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. Touchdown Washington. Curtis Samuel, 51 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Good throw there. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And to the three. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10. Well, Hal's going to mix it up here.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
To the right side, this is Walker.
The 20. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 10-yard line.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
They run again with Walker. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Oh, some strong running.
And he's in. Touchdown Commanders.
Kenneth Walker as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 35, Cardinals 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Eluding the... And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half for Murray. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Howell out of the shotgun. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, smash. 19 Lions. Hurry.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll send a tight end in motion right. And Walker once more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Howell. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And able to get this one across the 35 before he's brought down. Down inside the 20. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Howell. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now they go play action with Howell. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Trying the left side with Walker. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off? Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
An extra point by Sly is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Murray. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. K.J. Hamler, 64 yards. And the Cardinals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Throwing on second and long. Murray. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray sliding out of the pocket. This pass caught by Hamler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing again, Murray.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's going deep for Brown. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamin Davis. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Murray now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. On first down, Howell. This one goes underneath to Walker. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Cardinals 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board. Murray now on first down.
Zach Ertz has it complete, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.